Hi everyone, do you notice a difference? Yes, I have jumped on the false eyelash train. These are little individual lashes. Why? Because excuse me, I have an event coming up and I wanted to look just a little bit fancier than normal. But this is the trial run to see if I can actually do this. They're the little individual ones. They go underneath your lashes, not on top. So I'm thinking maybe I can pull this off. I don't know. They're supposed to last 5 days, so we will see. Hi, I'm Peggy. Welcome to my page. If you've not been here before, I'm your mature skin makeup gal. I'm 68 years old. I have mature skin. I have wrinkles. I have rosacea. I have crepe skin under my eyes, and it just is what it is. But hey, I like to look my best, and I love, love, love makeup. So I really had stopped wearing makeup until I found Seint right after COVID. Seint was like a game changer for me when it came into my life. It's cream makeup. It doesn't settle into the fine lines and wrinkles. It's so simple. You get a custom color match to your perfect shades. The Lip&Cheek shades over here are strictly your choice. So if you really think ain't gonna happen, not a problem. We have pinks, we have reds, we have just about any other shade you want to look for. But let me show you what makes this different. These are the 3 shades that I was custom color matched to by the artist that I was following. You start with a contour shade, then you get a main highlight and a brightening highlight. So you have 3 shades that is going to make up your actual foundation. Totally different way of thinking and a scary way of thinking, but let's get started. I'm just going to tap into my contour shade and I'm just going to place it on my forehead, because it's going to bring down my forehead a little bit because it's going to create shadows. That's what contour does. It creates shadows and helps sculpt the face. I'm going to start right at the corner of my eye and go up towards my ear. Just make it, I'm a little bit extra, so I like to make my contour shade just a little bit wider than your average person. That's another beauty of this makeup, is you can customize it to you. Now we're going to come over here again. We're going to start right at the corner of the eye on that cheekbone and go up towards the ear. Now, you see how I have these shadows here and over here? That's from a loss of volume in my face. I did have serious weight loss, or a substantial weight loss, purposely in the last couple of years. So anyway, that's what that is. That is not my contour. My contour is right here. Now, we're lifting the cheeks, we're defining the cheeks. Now we're going to come over here, and see that jowl right there? I'm just going to go right about on top of it, up towards my ear. You're going to stay on the underneath of the jawbone. You don't want to come up on your face. Then, to camouflage this turkey neck that I had once I did the weight loss, I'm just going to join together these 2 divots, and that is just creating a shadow. What that shadow does is it makes it not as noticeable, the turkey neck. Now we're going to come and we're going to contour the nose. And the brush that I'm using is called a smudge brush. And it really is good if you don't want to use your finger to apply. Normally I just smudge this on with my finger. But today I thought I would just try something a little bit different, just to see, so you can see that you do have options. The other thing is you can line your lips with contour. You can use it as eyeshadow. There's so many things. Fill in the eyebrows. All of that with just your contour shade. Now we're going to move to my brightening shade. And what the brightening shade does is it is going to brighten your face, which is the parts that we want people to focus on. We're making like a focal point for the folks that are looking at us, speaking to us. We want them to go to where the eyes are. No one has ugly eyes, so you want them to see your eyes, and that's what you want them to see when they're speaking to you. So we're going to come right down the center of those two contour lines, and notice how that elongated my nose and also made it look just a little bit narrower than it normally is. Then we're going to come and we're going to highlight the Cupid's bow. Now I'm also going to highlight right over here because I have like melasma or brown, I guess you call sunspots, right over here. So I'm just going to brighten those because it's going to kind of conceal them. Then we're going to come to the center of the chin. So what we did is we brightened the center of the face. Now we're going to come to the eyes. We are going to come to the outer corner, and then we're just going to follow it up diagonally into the temple. Look how that lifts the eye and makes you look more awake and a little bit younger than on this side. This side, my eye naturally goes down because of the crow's feet and the wrinkles. So we're going to tap into, again, our brightening highlight, and we're just going to go up diagonally into the temple. We're also going to catch the inner corner of the eye on both sides. There you go. Now, where else would you have a shadow that you might want to get rid of? It's going to be if your marionette lines are really pronounced. They're a fold, and they're going to create a shadow there. All you have to do is put a little bit of your brightening shade right in that fold, and that's going to take the shadow away. Your fold will still be there, but you're going to have a better appearance because it's going to take that discoloration away. That's what it basically does. Now that we have our contour on and we have our brightening shade, we're going to move to the main shade. Your main highlight or main shade is going to be the shade that is the closest to the color of your natural skin tone. So we're just going to put it in the bearded area, up on the cheeks. There we go. And we're using it as like a filler shade because we're putting it where there is no other makeup. Okay, so we're filling in that gap where there is no other makeup. I like to go around my nose because I'm always red there because of my rosacea. You can see it on my cheeks. It's not terrible today. My flare-up is not bad. It's calmed down substantially. Now see how I'm going? I have contour, I have my main shade, and then I have my brightening highlight, or my main highlight in the center. So I've used these three shades to create one layer of makeup. They're strategically placed, and now we're going to blend them. But before we do that, I love, love, love to put my Lip&Cheek on first. It's dual purpose. So whatever shade you decide to get, it is going to be, or can be, used as your lipstick. Okay. And your blush. So I'm going to see where I have the brightener to lift, the contour to lift. I'm going to go right in between there with my blush. It's kind of like paint by numbers. So there you go. Everything in its place and everything in one palette. Here we go. Now it's time to blend. This is cream makeup. Cream makeup does need to be set. So you can either spray your face once you get everything blended. You can come back with setting powder if that is your preferred way. I like to blend with a damp brush because I feel like it spreads better and I get a better coverage and a smoother coverage. So I'm going to spray my brush with some setting spray. Just tap it in my hand so it's not wet. And then here we go. Since we strategically placed, we're going to strategically blend. So we're going to start at the jawline. I do this because if I don't, I forget. And then I catch my profile in the car window and it's like, oh my goodness, you've got this straight line there. So we're just going to blend and drag it down our neck. Now, the only time you want to blend down is on the neck. You always want to go up because again, with mature skin, you need to move it up or you want to move it up. There we go. Now, that's nice and blended. I have the shadow there that hides my turkey neck and our camouflages my turkey neck because it's certainly still there, but it gives a better appearance. Now, we're going to stipple. Stippling is gently tapping and moving this makeup and pressing it into our skin where we want it to go and where we want it to stay. We were taught to swipe and just blend this everything in together. That won't work. We're strategically blending because we strategically place. So we're just blending, which we are stippling, which is tapping with this brush. These brushes are formulated to work with this cream makeup. Excellent, excellent brushes. This is the 3D brush, my favorite of the bunch. So we're just going to, there we go, give it a little bit of a tapping or like a little chicken scratch motion, and that's all you need to do. Now, we're going to move up the face because I'm going to save my cheeks for last. Since we contoured our nose, cream makeup, it is so easy to blend it out and then you can't tell you have anything on or that you did anything. So what I like to do is just use the heat of my finger and just tap on the nose and just right up here. See how you can still see where I contoured my nose? I usually have it, there we go. I usually have a towel in my lap where I contoured my nose, but it's not distinct lines like it is on my cheeks. That's another thing. Let the warmth of your body work as well. So now we're just going to come up here and we're just going to tap and spread. And then we're going to come here and we are going to blend up into the contour into the hairline. Now, contour is going to be, it's cream, but it's going to be a little bit different of a consistency to the highlight. The highlights are more like butter, where the contour shades, they're cooler, they're darker, and they're just a little bit thicker than what the butter would be. It'd be like really cold butter. So that's why I like to just gently swirl, but notice how I'm not swirling it down into where the main shade is or where we put the lighter shade. Now, we're going to come to the eyes and I'm flip my brush around to the domed end and we're just going to come around. There we go. And we're just tapping. We're not pulling this skin under our eyes because you know there's no elasticity there anymore. It's like a rubber band. Ours has popped. It's not going to go back to how it was years ago. And we do, or I do, have crepe skin under there. So that's why I am just tapping and putting the least little bit of product under my eye so it doesn't settle into that crepe skin. That's another thing. There we go. Now we have that blended. You can also flip your brush around and give it a little bit more of a blend if you like. You can blend the makeup out. That's why you don't want to swipe. If you swipe and get these big swirls going and everything's, you know, it's strategic. And that's the hardest part to learn because all three of these shades are creating one layer of makeup. We're not putting a base on, then coming back with a concealer, then coming back with and coming back and coming back. And the next thing you know, you have 6 layers of makeup on and it's all going to settle eventually into these lines and wrinkles. Okay, here we go. We have our Lip&Cheek or our blush and our contour. So I'm going to soften the contour by just tapping up and down twice. And then I'm going to catch my blush shade and just work it up into, with the contour, into my temple. Same thing over here, right on top, and then grab it and move it up into the temple. There we go. We want everything. Now I'm going to brush this just a little bit because I got heavy-handed over here with my Lip&Cheek. There we go. Now notice how there's really nothing in the center of my face because I don't want to accentuate my laugh lines and I don't want to accentuate all that's going on here. Everything is lifted. You look at my eyes when I'm speaking and that's what we want. We want you to notice the positive parts of our face. Kind of like a camouflage, like a hunter. Certain things you want to blend in, certain things you want to stand out. That's exactly why we brighten around the eye area. Can you believe the coverage that I have? This is a medium coverage. Like I say, my skin is in very good shape. I use good regular skincare. But it's going to hydrate my face as I wear it. I don't know about you, but I became the queen of the dry skin as I have aged. Now there's something else. Notice how I have purple eyes up here. That is simply because I have allergy eyes. So I'm going to take my smudge brush, flip it around to the end that we use to put the main shade, and this is the main shade of my the main highlight of my makeup, and I'm just going to smudge it on right up here just a little bit, just to camouflage that and to color correct the purple from my allergies. There we go. You could use your brightening shade or you could use your main. I like to use my main because again, I have purple eyes. Also, as I said, you can use your contour as an eyeshadow. So then we would just come back right here with your contour shade, and literally everything you need to do your eyes are in this one palette. The other thing you could do, which is really fun, is just use it as eyeshadow and just kind of put the little bit right there and then come back. If you want to get fancy, and who doesn't want to get fancy every now and then, with just an illuminator or a sparkle, and there you go, just right on that eyelid. I mean, Seint is a full makeup line. They have everything from soup to nuts, but all you need to start with are your 3 basic shades, which I'm happy to color match for you, and a Lip&Cheek of your choice. Where has this makeup been all of my life? I'm glad it's here now. So that's why I am sharing it with you as well. Again, the name of the company is Seint, and you do need a color match to start. I'm happy to color match you free of charge and with absolutely no obligation to buy. The starter palette is this size. Mine is a 12 palette, which just gives you a little bit room for growth because as you can see, this is magnetic. And also with the starter, you get your 4 shades. The 3 that are custom color matched to you and the Lip&Cheek of your choice. Comes with a mirror. And you really only need 1 brush because you can actually apply with your finger. Now, how do you get this color match? It's so simple. I will have in the copy, when I get off of here, I will let you know where to text to get the link. When you get the link, I want you to go to a window in your house that has natural light coming in. Not sunlight, natural light. I want you to pull your blinds, your curtains back and raise your blinds. Get your phone, which mine is right here, and makeup free. I know that's the worst part. Makeup free, and get your face, part of your neck, and a little bit of your décolleté. And then you just upload that to the link, send it to me, and I'll do the rest. Again, free of charge and no obligation whatsoever to buy. I thank you so much for joining me today. You've blessed me with your presence. You really have. You mean the world to me. I enjoy coming live to you each day. You be the reason someone smiles today, and I'll see you next time. Bye.